Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Talk in English on PTS and on the radio. My name is Gabe.
And I'm Andrea. Today we are going to finish our week in Hualien. And it has been an exciting week.
It has been an exciting week. And Patty, we see here, is writing in her journal all about her week and the exciting things that are happening. Well, let's look at our key words for the day. Our first one is leaf. Leaf. In the fall in America, many green leaves change to yellow, orange, or red.
Instead of. Instead of. Let's play games tonight instead of watching TV.
Yummy. Yummy. This cake is yummy. Can I have another piece?
Skin. Skin. Sally has pretty skin. It is very white.
Bottle. Bottle. The baby drinks milk out of a bottle.
Jealous. Jealous. Kelly is jealous of her brother. He gets to stay up later than her.
Okay, everybody, listen for these words in today's lesson. And now, let's go see what today's mission is. Eddie?
Hello.
Has anyone seen my bottle of honey?
Is that our mission for the day?
No,
I
don't. No, it's really
so.
yummy. Where's my bottle?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Your bottle of honey?
We don't know, but we want to know what the mission for the day is.
Oh, I know that one. Oh, you want to know it? Okay. Today's mission. How did Patty know that Jim lied?
How did Patty know that Jim lied?
Well, that's a good question, and let's see if we can find out the answer to this mission in today's lesson. Let's go there now.
Dear Journal, I'm having Taiwan adventures already. Grandma and Roger took me to a traditional tea house yesterday. The building was beautiful and the tea was delicious. I liked drinking tea made from tea leaves instead of tea bags. I also liked the blood rice cake. It was yummy. Grandma told me about other tea houses she has been to. She has lived in Taiwan for 50 years, so she's been to a lot of tea houses.
Well, everyone, what are we looking at right now? What is Patty writing in, Andrea?
She is writing in her journal, and we get to read and learn from what she is writing.
That's right. She is having adventures there in Hualien. She says that she likes drinking tea made from leaves instead of tea bags. And let's look at those key words. The first one is leaf. Leaf. A leaf is something that grows on trees or bushes or other kinds of plants. Even flowers have leaves.
So tea leaves come from tea plants. You take those leaves off the plant and you make tea from them.
And Patty loves drinking tea from tea leaves instead of tea bags. Well, let's look at these key words. Instead of. Instead of. Instead of is a phrase you use when you are talking about two things. If you want to do one thing more than the other, you would say, I would like to do this instead of that.
I can say I would like to play basketball instead of watching basketball on TV.
Or I can say, I would like to take the bus instead of a taxi because it's cheaper.
And I would like to keep learning instead of stopping right now.
That's a great idea. Let's look at this next key word, yummy. Yummy. This is a word that you can use when you think something tastes great. You can say it tastes yummy.
So when you try something that is delicious, that tastes great, you can say, it is yummy.
And blood rice cakes are yummy.
Yummy!
Well, at least Patty thinks they are yummy.
A really exciting thing happened at the tea house. A customer, Jim, said that Derek, our server, spilled hot tea on him and burned him. But Jim didn't act like he was in pain. Also, if Jim's skin were burned, it should be red and hot. His arm was wet, but not red. So, I knew he lied.
Well, Patty is having an exciting time in Taiwan. She is writing about it in her journal. We also find out that Jim was lying, don't we, Gabe?
Jim was lying. I knew it, and I'm glad that he was lying because now Derek will not get fired.
That's right. I'm also glad that we found the answer to today's mission. The question is, how did Patty know that Jim lied?
How did Patty know that Jim lied? If Jim's skin were burned, it should be red and hot. Now, Andrea, Jim's skin was wet, but not red or hot.
And that's how Patty knew that Jim was lying. Well, friends, we saw a key word in the answer to the mission. Let's learn it. It is skin. Skin. Now, skin covers your whole body. Look at your hand. You can see skin. You have your fingers and your thumb. Skin covers your hand.
So skin is the part of your body that everybody else can see. Andrea, is your stomach part of your skin?
Well, no, but your stomach has skin over it.
Okay, it has skin over it, but nobody else can see the insides. But what we can see is your skin.
And everybody has different kinds of skin. Some people have white skin. Some people have dark skin. That's what makes everyone special.
That's right.
Then we checked Jim's table. His pot of tea was almost full, and we found a half-empty water bottle. Jim must have poured the water on himself. We found out that Jim is jealous of Derek. Jim wanted Derek's job, but the boss hired Derek instead of Jim. Well, I'm going to bed. It's only 8 o'clock, but jet lag is making me so tired. The Taiwan traveler, Patty.
Well, we know that Jim was lying, and this is an exciting adventure. Let's keep looking as we see that Jim had a half-empty water bottle. That's pretty amazing. He had a half-empty water bottle. Let's look at this word, bottle. Bottle. A bottle is something that you use to keep water in or other kinds of drinks or liquids. A bottle.
You can take a bottle with you wherever you go. You can have a bottle of water. Or if you go to a store, you can find bottles of juice or bottles of soda.
That's right. So Jim had a half-empty water bottle, or you could also say he had a half-empty bottle of water. And why would he do this, Andrea? Why would he spill water on himself?
Well, we found out he did this because he was jealous.
He was jealous, and let's look at that word, jealous. Jealous. Jealous is an adjective that describes the feeling you get when you want something that somebody else has.
Jim was jealous of Derek. He wanted something that Derek had.
And you know, we're not jealous.
Movie Minute.
Today on Travel Hualien, we're in the Lingtianshan Lingye Cultural Center. Walking through this cultural center is like going back to the past. There are old houses and things from the past that remind you of the old days. Back in the 1960s, the logging industry, Fa Mu Ye, in Lingtianshan grew. Many workers and their families moved to this area. There were more than 400 households and more than 2,000 people. So people built schools, stores, churches, and other buildings. But soon the logging stopped. Most people left afterwards. But there is still rich history in Lingtianshan. The government decided to rebuild the area. They fixed the old logging building and made it into a museum. Now, it looks like it did in the past. Inside the building, there are old logging tools and other things people used in the past. Long ago, people used these tools to cut the different kinds of wood. You can also see old projectors, toingji. In the past, people watched movies using these projectors. Now, these projectors are valuable reminders of the past. After a nice walk through the museum, enjoy a hot cup of coffee and snack at the coffee shop. It's a great way to spend an afternoon.
Conversation Replay.
Dear Journal, I'm having Taiwan adventures already. Grandma and Roger took me to a traditional tea house yesterday. The building was beautiful and the tea was delicious. I liked drinking tea made from tea leaves instead of tea bags. I also liked the blood rice cake. It was yummy. Grandma told me about other tea houses she has been to. She has lived in Taiwan for 50 years, so she's been to a lot of tea houses. A really exciting thing happened at the tea house. A customer, Jim, said that Derek, our server, spilled hot tea on him and burned him. But Jim didn't act like he was in pain. Also, if Jim's skin were burned, it should be red and hot. His arm was wet, but not red. So, I knew he lied. Then we checked Jim's table. His pot of tea was almost full, and we found a half-empty water bottle. Jim must have poured the water on himself. We found out that Jim is jealous of Derek. Jim wanted Derek's job, but the boss hired Derek instead of Jim. Well, I'm going to bed. It's only 8 o'clock, but jet lag is making me so tired. The Taiwan Traveler, Patty.
Hello again, everybody. Now let's find out what the question of the day is. Eddie, the question, please.
The question of the day is, did you ever get burned? Talk about it.
Did you ever get burned? Talk about it.
Well, yes, I got burned, but it was a sunburn. My skin got very red and it hurt a lot.
Yes, sunburns do hurt a lot. Well, everyone, we want to thank you for joining us here on Let's Talk in English
On PTS and the radio.
We hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.